Hello everyone and welcome back. Okay, in this tutorial I'm going to introduce you to the Boolean data type. So far in this course we've seen strings. So for example, we've seen we could create a variable, say let name is equal to a string, maybe Jessica, okay? Maybe we have an age variable. Jessica is 27. She's in her, party years, going out drinking and having fun, right? So we've seen this data type here. So we've created a variable, assigned it the value of Jessica. So Jessica, that text, is a string. It is a data type known as a string. And let age equal to 27, well, that's going to be a number, isn't it? Obviously, if we put a number inside of quotes, then that would actually be a string. Anything inside of, single quotes or double quotes is a string, okay? Now, the next data type I want to show you is true or false. So we're going to be speaking in this tutorial about the Boolean data type. So Boolean refers to true or false, and it's very useful in JavaScript when you're trying to make decisions later on in the course, when we start learning about comparison operators and if statements, control flow and loops and that kind of thing. But for now, all I want you to be aware of is that there's another data type and it's called Boolean, okay? And Boolean has a value of true or false. So to see this in action, what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a variable. Imagine a situation where you're a game developer, and if the user is logged in, you show them like a welcome screen. But if the user is not logged in, you have like a login screen or a sign up screen, right? So you want to keep track of whether a user is logged in or not, depending on what actions they take. So all you need to do for that is create a variable. You could say let, and we could say is user logged in, and that could be either true or it could be false. Notice as well with Visual Studio Code that I'm getting it in blue, okay? So true and false are key words in JavaScript. They are reserved words, right? So let me show you this in action. If I say console.log true, that's a Boolean true, okay? However, if I put true inside of quotes, these are different, okay? You'll see this when we log it out to the console. True here in blue is a Boolean value, okay? Whereas true here in strings, that's just in quotes, sorry, in single quotes, that's just a string, okay? So if I just save and refresh the browser, you see the way that true is still blue, and that one is in quotes, okay? So that is a string, okay? So basically, Boolean has a true value or a false value, but true, the Boolean value is different from the string true, okay? Because that's just a string. The same with false. So if we were to say console.log, so false, that is a Boolean value, but if I was to do false in quotes, whether single or double, right, that's only a string. So true and false are Boolean data types. Okay, awesome. Right now, I want to show you this again, but rather than just logging stuff out of the console, let's actually, create a variable and check to see if some condition is true or false, right? So we had Jessica earlier, right? Remember Jessica, our friend, who said let name equal Jessica? Well, maybe we want to check to see if Jessica is of a certain age. Well, I said to you, Jessica was equal to 27, right? What if I want to test to see if Jessica's 27 or not? Well, what we can do is we could do some sort of check, right? We could check to see if her age is equal to 27. Okay, so we'd say console.log, and we could say age, okay, and I want to check to see if she's equal to 21. So I might just do a double equal sign, check to see if age is equal to 21. Let me just save and refresh. And we get false here. We get false, right? So what did I do here? Well, remember, age is a variable, okay, equal to 27. I can't do a check. I can't say, for example, age is equal to, you know, whatever value it is we're checking. Let's say we're checking if she's 30, right? If I say age is equal to 30, I'm not actually doing a check here, right? Remember, we know if we want to assign some sort of value, whether it's a string or a number or even a Boolean, okay, we know we use the assignment operator, one equal sign. So if I wanted to check if age is equal to 27, if I write age is equal to 30 with just one equal sign, I'm not doing a check to see if age is equal to 30. What I'm doing is I'm actually updating the value of age to 30 or assigning a new value, okay? So assigning a new value. And this is a common mistake people new to programming make. Essentially, if you want to do a check if one variable, in this case Jessica's age, is equal to a value, in this case 30, what you want to do is you want to use either a double equal sign for loose equality or a triple equal sign for strict equality. We'll talk about the difference later on in the course between loose and strict equality, but for now the key takeaway is if you want to check to see if Jessica's age is equal to 30, right, we can't do like this, age is equal to 30, because all we're doing is overriding the value. So using one equal sign will reassign a new value to the age variable. If you want to do a check, what you'd have to do is basically check to see, if age was equal to 30. And what I can do is I can just paste that into console.log. So the console is great. You can also check to see, if one variable is equal to another. So this should be false, right? Because we know she's not 30. But maybe a few years go by and Jessica actually does reach her 30th birthday. Congratulations, Jessica. Hopefully we get an invite. So now what we're doing is we're saying, okay, let age equal 30. Jessica's age is 30. And now down here we're doing a check. Is age loosely equal to 30? Note the use of two equal signs. And let's find out. True. Yeah, Jessica is equal to 30. So guys, the key takeaway from this tutorial is, I know I spoke to you about, loose equality, strict equality, very briefly. We'll talk about it later in the course. The key takeaway from this tutorial is I just want you to be aware of the fact that there's another data type in JavaScript known as Boolean values, and Boolean can be essentially true or false. Okay, so we can basically perform checks to see if one variable is equal to another, and if you're able to check to see if something is true or false, you're then able to make decisions later on in JavaScript when we start covering if statements as part of control flow. If statements are used for making decisions, loops are used for maybe running a piece of code over and over again. So Booleans are an important data type to understand, and for this part of the course, just be aware of that they exist. Okay, that's awesome. I'll see you in the next tutorial. We're going to talk about arrays in JavaScript.